Dominique.
Good, my brother.
What's happening?
Conejo, man. Let me just start off by saying, man, I'm so fucking proud of you, man. Like, just seeing like the music career, we know what you do with that. We know what you do around the community and whatnot. But like seeing you really blossom on the big screen, it makes me really proud, man. Our friendship we had over the years, and just seeing you continuously grow your craft is truly incredible. So I definitely want to make sure I start off by giving you your flowers, brother.
Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. So I'm going to tell you right now, I talked to Michael and Michael gave me a little bit of a scoop. So we're going to hold that thought to the very end of this. But I just want to say, when I saw your character pop up, you know how I always going to treat you. I'm like, you the boss and no matter what you do. So
Yeah,
I was like, oh, look at this, a character that's taking orders from somebody else. I was like, I know there's going to be more to this story. Before we get to that, I want to ask you, because one of my favorite scenes in this film is within the kitchen.
yeah,
The fight choreography there is
yeah,
top tier. Oksana, you know what she brings, and
yeah.
seeing you get down and dirty in that fashion definitely was like, my God. For you, talk about putting that scene together and being able to show what you could do in that capacity.
Well, we started training for it here while we were still in the U.S. And then we get over there, and then we get with the stunt coordination team over there, and they had it all mapped out. We had it mapped out here, but over there now we're on the set, so it changes things. And I come from a martial arts background, Oksana, and we just trained. But things change. The day is like it's time to film. Things change. You might get bruised up. You might you know, and
Yeah,
we just did it. It took a long time. When you guys watching the scenes moving,
yeah.
running through that whole kitchen in a circle. And that was after I sent her, I blessed her with a little gift from that RPG, that rocket launcher.
Yeah.
So it's an intense scene, and I think they're really gonna enjoy that one. Like people that are fans of the work I do, they're gonna be like, okay,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in that, and again, such as a fan of yours and supporter of yours, I was watching how they were using your character, and I was like, okay, of course you're going to have the RPG. You need the big dog when you come in, and even in the fight scene, you have this very crazy fight scene in the middle of the film, and I'm just like, we got so much more runtime to go. So I was like, I. You don't cash you unless you got granular plans, you know? So
yeah,
I
yeah,
started to
yeah.
wonder and I started to really dig into things. So I'm gonna throw it to you and I'm gonna see what you're gonna say. I noticed after the whole scene at the compound and Dominique is doing her thing to protect her family, they were throwing bodies on the truck. And a lot of the soldiers that went down, we saw them. You obviously being an officer, you got a little bit different of a uniform. I didn't quite see that uniform on that truck.
Nah,
What might that mean?
it might mean that they might bring me back for part two, like for revenge. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, yeah. How you feel about a little bit of an eye patch? How you like that style?
Thing, you know, if if the guy from Avengers could rock one, I think I could rock one too.
All right, so it wouldn't be a project unless you had some musical impact on it. We hear one of your songs, "The Reset,"
Yeah.
in the middle of the film, and obviously through the credits. How did you decide what song you wanted to use? And just in case everybody doesn't know, this is a man who has well over 1,000 songs, and you're putting out new music weekly. So how did you ultimately decide that that was the one track that you wanted to use for this film?
Well, you know what? When I finished the album, The Reset, I gave it to Michael in a flash drive.
Yeah.
I told him pick one, and I think he went back and forth between two or three, but then he thought this is the one. This is it right here.
How'd you feel about the decision? I love the song, so.
Cool, because Dominique, I don't know, but if initially it was like Dominique Rise of the Phoenix, and in that song, The Reset, I say something like that
Yep.
about the ashes I rose like a phoenix. So I think it correlates with that. It was a good choice.
Yeah, yeah. It's obviously I was talking to Oksana, and like so much about this film is angelic, and the fact that you come in and you got music that caters to the song, to cater to the whole theme of the film is just another like reason why like this is a very special project. Michael, who we know, always thinks granular, and I had to kind of ask Michael a little bit about like, hey, when we were with us being introduced to Dominique, we're kind of just dropped right in the middle of her story. So he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know, there's some obviously some story to tell after this, some story to tell before this. He kind of told me some of the plans he wanted to use with you, and it made me go crazy because I'm like, that's my guy. That's exactly what I want, what I would do. When you have somebody like a visionary like Michael who thinks at this granular scale, and I know you and how you think about things. How does that how was sort of that relationship for you?
I mean, it was man, it was great working with Michael. Like I was kind of, I'm telling you, I actually casted for the role at a Mexican restaurant in Granada Hills for him and Jason Gervis, the producer, right? I was kind of nervous. What if they don't like me? Because I'm a nice guy, peaceful guy. I come in peace, and this role is this dude's ruthless, you know. So I was like, should I dress a little bit different to like? I was just kind of, just trying to land the role, but
Yeah.
like I said, working with Michael, like it's like when David Ayer is directing something, I believe in him. Whatever it's like I'm in the corner.
Hmm.
Round seven, the points were even. He's giving me, you got to do this. You got to put your hands up. You got to come like so. Whatever Michael told me, I was just gonna listen to him. I was gonna trust him.
Yeah, yeah. So what you got next cooking up, brother? Again, for all the things you're involved with, again, the community, the music, and then obviously on the big screen, what some of the things you might be able to hint at for the fans?
Well, I'm working on a new album. It's a live rock album. It's like a new metal rap rock album. Just released the first single, Adrenaline. And then I got another movie coming up with Jason Statham, directed by David Ayer, called Levin's Cade. That's like early 2025.
Okay, okay. I got the make sure that everybody around him eating, and he just continues to put out good film.
Yeah.
And in this case too, I can't wait not only until the world gets to check out this film, but what's going to be the plans beyond that. Because first of all, I want to make sure I call out that Dominique's going to be in theaters on demand digital October 11th. It's a no-brainer. This is the film that's going to have all the actions, and they take, as I told Michael, this film takes all the chances plus more, all the risk plus more. There's
Yeah.
not a predictable moment in this film at all. Just when you think you're going to have a little bit of peace, or maybe a little bit of hope, just throw it out the window for
Well,
you.
that's the correct description of it. Even
Yeah.
then, when you think it's like beautiful ending, it switches up real quick.
All right, my brother. Listen, man. Well, as always, I'm gonna keep eyes on whatever you got going on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I can't wait to see your future projects, the music, and also what happens in the world of Dominique next. I appreciate your time, Conejo.
Blessings.
No doubt.